Good morning, art buddies, and welcome to Bricolage with Pink Girly. I'm sitting here digging through stuff, and I'm just in my own little world. And I look up, and it's showtime. I apologize for being late. I don't think I'm too late, maybe a couple minutes. But I don't like to be late. I see Teresa has popped in and said, "Good morning. Good morning, my dear." Okay. Let's see. Oh, there's a couple more of you popping in. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. Welcome. Okay, so the last time we were together, I was talking about I'm brainstorming with you, getting ideas for this journal that I want to put together. And so I did work on the cover. Of course, I pushed the envelope and I fell asleep in my chair last night. And then I woke up, I was wide awake, and I thought, you know what, maybe I'll put the inside of that cover and I'll glue the fabric in. So I went ahead and did that and forgot that I wanted to attach something to the spine, and the inside cover would cover that up. So I'm not too thrilled about that, but I'm going to just forge ahead. And then I was thinking I'd like to make a smaller version and put together another cover. So I've got a couple of things sitting here for that. So let me show you what I've done. Oh, my camera's down pretty far. So I was going to put this on the outside. And then I found this fabric in my stash and decided to go with this for the outside. Now I'm trying to decide what I want for the front. Now, Aisha Khan from Aisha Khan Art, she puts a door on the front of every journal she makes, which is really cute. But I don't want to copy what she does exactly. And I had a picture frame I was thinking might look cute there. Of course, I don't know where. Maybe I changed my mind. But anyway, so we don't have any of my pages. Yes, it does look like, oh, that you used? Yes, it does look like a carpet bag. And I have several fabrics that I think look like carpet bags. Oh, she did, Teresa? Teresa, how are you? Did you have your procedure, or is that scheduled yet, or what's the story there, Toots? Let's get an update if we can. So see, I put this in, and I shouldn't have, because I wanted to attach something like Aisha does. Now I have the Tim Holtz thing. Hey, Jen, good morning. Oh my gosh, it's really, you can't stay. Oh, thanks, Jen. You'll schedule on Tuesday. Okay, Teresa. Thank you. Jen, I'm sorry you're not feeling up to it. Just try to take it easy. Hey, there's my girl. Hi, Jacqueline. Oh, Jen, that's very sweet of you to say. I wish I could hug. I wish I could give you a hug. So she puts this, and there's a Timmy thing. It almost looks like a little metal cupcake, if I had to describe it, like a little cupcake paper. But on the back of it is a ring. So when you put it in, the the loop moves back and forth, and you could hang a tassel and stuff on it. I have them. I have them. I don't know why I bought them, but I've had them for years. And, you know, I don't know where they are. Don't know where they are. So I have these pieces of metal. So she puts a piece of metal down. She puts her little ring thing there. Hey, Michelle, good morning. Um, So I want to put some lace or something behind here. Now she does a 3-hole punch, a pamphlet stitch, and she puts eyelets in, which I'm planning to do. But I don't have one of those big long things to set the eyelets, although I might have a hand setter. So I'm not prepared to do that today. But I was thinking I was going to try to put this on and then make a smaller version, because a lot of us, well, maybe not a lot of us, but some of us, we make journals, we get a book, we gut it, we use the book covers. But I don't know how many of us have ever started from scratch with just some cardboard, you know? Now you can bend your cardboard and just decorate it and glue paper on and all that jazz. You can do it that way too. But this is a little different, even a little more different than when I used to do it with scrapbook paper. So I'll just show you. I did find that Aisha Khan called her book similar to this, The Dark Library. I'm calling mine like an old English library. So anyway, I've started it. I'm very excited about that. So let's see. I have a couple other choices here, but I think I'm going to go with this one because this one's a little darker. Um, I was thinking I'd like something this way, but I don't have one. Well, I have one, but it's real small. And she puts this on here, but then she still has her 3 holes. So I've got that space there to work in. Now, when I glued this in, I didn't glue it all the way to the edge because I was thinking I might stitch it. And I don't really like how I finished this. I have book corners too, but I don't know if I have ones that are big enough. See how I left it not glued? I was thinking about stitching it, but now I'm thinking about maybe I wanted some seam binding stuff, and I thought I had brown, but I can't find it. So I'm thinking I might just do red. I might just do red. I also was thinking about pulling this up and trying to hide, Hey, Laura, good morning. I probably have some brown. I don't think I have black. I might have black in my ribbon drawer, but I can't get in there now. So maybe I should just wait. But the red kind of will look cool, wouldn't it? What do you think? Should I poo-poo the red? Should I poo-poo the red? Or shall I just keep the red? All right, so plan B, since I can't find the little ringy thing to hook a journal to, I've got a couple of options. So I have this here. Now that would, of course I could put that here. But this is hard to open, Good morning, Vale. Now I could punch a hole right through here, just do an eyelet right here, but that would look kind of yucky. But see, then I could attach a lobster claw to this. And I can take this chain off, of course. So that's an idea. Right? Maybe more of a vintage pink or a rusty orange to offset the fabric. Yeah. You know what, Jen? I probably have stuff I could use, but I can't get to it. You know how when you start to reorganize and you get this great idea and you want to reorganize and you're just going to start in one spot and then move across your space? You have to undo everything that's there and find a place for it to sit, so before you can get it back to where it should go. You think it's too wide and hides too much of the flowers? Well, don't forget, this is going to be the inside. You're not going to see a whole lot of it anyway once I get the pages in there and they start getting stuffed with things. But I get what you're saying. So at this point, I have everything stacked on a table that's in front. that's in front of my ribbon drawer. And I don't know if I could sneak in there this morning. So I might just get these ideas. So that's an idea. This could be attached here. See, and then I would just use a brad, pop it through the center, and hold this. I'm thinking I might go with a chain. Take the chain off of this thing. Because see, this is cool. Thanks, Phil. But this is hard to squeeze. And if I attach it and try to squeeze it to open it up, I guess I wouldn't have to open it up if I use a lobster claw. But I want to leave a lot of room for my 3 holes. For my, So then I'm thinking, oh gosh, maybe this would work. Maybe just a piece of, no, because you don't really see that. I think I need something under this to make this pop, because it's kind of just lost there, right? Kind of just lost. Oh, my foot's falling asleep already. Now this is a little bigger, not as dark, more of a brass color. Let's do this. Let's get an opinion. Let's see what else I have here. I have this. Anybody ready for yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Jen. Something to make it pop. Maybe we should just do that. Hold on. I just saw some in a drawer. Let's see. It might not be wide enough. Let's just see. Let's just see. That might not be dark enough either. I don't want it to be too dark. I don't think. It's hard to get anything done because you have to make all these decisions. Yeah, that's true. I could just glue it. I could glue it. No, this is several pieces. I think this is all the same stuff. All right, you know what? I'm going to have trouble keeping this. Now, I have it going sideways, which of course it's not going to be, but it's just for figuring out what I want to do. Now, if I cut a piece of this, now I got to remember too that I can't have a whole lot here because I have to be able to get that bread through it. All right, so let's just take a chunk of this. I have plenty of this. Do we just do the plain lace? And now I lost all my bits. All right, what does Michelle say? The flower on the lace with the leaves behind the petal. Wait a minute, I can spin this around. I can't do it sideways. Who am I kidding? All right, let me cut a little chunk of this. Just cutting a square. Can you spare a square? All right, hold on. Let's do a spin. If I have it that way, I can spin it the other way. Let's see. Now, is the lace too not heavy enough? Should I get a piece of cotton lace? Like the cotton crocheted kind of stuff. Wait a minute, oh, look at this. What I just found on my desk. Hello, 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 hello. That doesn't really do anything for me. I like the lace better. Maybe a different kind of lace. I know it's early and I'm throwing a lot of stuff at you. But hey, welcome to my world. Now I have wider of this type of lace. So don't you be a-fearing because I can get wider. Oh, I like that, girls. Oh, I like that. I like that. Bill says a different color lace. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. I'm inclined to agree. What do you think about that? Can you even see it, or is there a little bit of a glare? Yeah, I'm liking this too, Jen. I think we have a winner. I think we have a winner. And then I would just put my brad with my chain hanging. Oh gosh, it just makes you nervous to want it to actually do it. All right, so what I have to do is poke a hole. I'll poke a Pocahontas, poke a hole, poke a hole. See, I'm all singing. Sorry, sorry. Sorry about that, girls. All right, this is just a jump ring. And I think this may be, good morning. I'm assuming you're Carol. Carol's Crafty Canvas. Good morning. There's another Carol. Good morning, Carol. Carol 1 and Carol 2. See, I don't want this too low because I'm going to put eventually, I'm going to put a thingamabob there. Your thingamabobs. You got your bobs and then you got your thingamabobs. All right, so this makes me nervous, I have to say. Oh, Carol. I could put it off to the side. What do you think about it off to the side? And then I'm going to have 3 rows of 3 eyelets. The thingamabobs and the doodads, yes. There's the tooch. Hi, Linda. I got my treat from that sale about a week or 2 ago, I guess, that you gifted me. I love it. I love it. Thank you again so very much. It was very sweet of you. Hope you've been well. Nice to see you. All right, so here's my options. I've decided I like this, so I can either put this flower in the center, of course, or I can put it off to the side. I don't know. It's going to have a tassel at some point, some kind of a dangly hanging, so maybe center is better, huh? So then I have to find center. Mwah, mwah, mwah. All right, so I can get this together. Get it together. Now, here's another question. Do I put this around the whole thing, the whole cover? What do you think? I got plenty. Off center would work with your binding. Yes, yes. Off-center would work with the binding. Now, I haven't decided what to do to the front yet. But I think this is a possibility. Bright, ain't it? Yeah, I kind of like the contrast, though, Teresa. I think I like it. You think it's too bright? I think I'm going to think about it for a day or two, quite honestly. I could stain some and then see and compare and see. Oh, you got a snowstorm? Do you, Kimberly? Yeah, and I'm thinking I'm going to dig through my ribbon drawer and see if I can put some kind of ribbon around the edge to kind of just finish that off. But the pages are going to be so big and bulky, you're really not going to see a lot of this, I don't think. But I feel like I have a direction for this. So I'm going to make a smaller one, you know? Show up and show out. Uh-oh, Gil's going out. There's Patty. Good morning. Bill, make sure you tell us you're back in, okay? Go out and do the garbage and then come back in so we know you're in. I guess if I have tons of, see now, oh, look at this, guys. Teresa didn't like the ribbon because it was hiding this part, but I could move this in and do it this way. Lots to think about. And then I get to make the pages. All right. So I need to keep this stuff together. I need to keep it together. I just need to keep it together. Look, I have a little plastic bag here. And I have smaller of this too. I'm going to have to dig through my, oh, pity sakes, I'm going to have to dig through my lace. And then I could put that. Yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking that, girls. Okay, so here we go. We're going to, did I bring in my, no, I probably didn't. Oh, I didn't get my smoothie either. That little buckle's cute. All right, so I'm going to put my chain there. And somewhere I had my, see, I found these two, and with the, I think these are Timmy things. I have a burgundy frame I was thinking about putting on the front. Well, that's not going to fit in there, Lori. This is a zipper that just fell off of something the other day. Wouldn't that look good glued somewhere, wouldn't it? Off of one of my handbags. Okay, I'm throwing that in the bag too. All right, hold on. I got too much stuff, as I'm really coming to realize now that I'm really getting serious about straightening up my space. It's this one we said we were going to use. I don't think that's going in there. I need a little bit bigger of a bag. Oh, look at this. This has got little beads in it. They're all going to go in here right now. There's our Peggy. Good morning, Peggy. All right, here we go. All this jazz is going right in here. All right, now I don't know. Problem. I don't know if anybody wants to work along with me, but this morning I'm just going to stick all this in here. I'm going to make a smaller, similar version of that big bag. Peggy, yes. Yes, I want to be able to walk in my room and I mean, I have space, but I don't want to feel like everything, all the walls are coming in on me, which is how I feel now. Oh, you do? Teresa, that sounds yummy. All right, let's put the red aside. This is how I get in trouble. Everything just goes from one side to, oh, here's my little brads. Little bratty brads. Let's put them in this little bag and shake them down. I don't go in my ribbon drawer that often. So generally the setup that I have works. But when you're in process of becoming organized, everything's got to be moved and sitting in another spot until it gets either back to its original spot or back to its new home. And that's where I find myself right now. And so, I mean, I need to make another journal. Like well, we won't go there. But I just love doing it. I just love doing it. All right, Jen. Oh, sweetheart, take it easy. All right, don't just you rest and relax and don't think about what needs to be done and all that jazz. You know what? Just take care of yourself. And it was very nice to see you. Thanks for popping in. Teresa's going to be praying for her. Good. Me too. I'll be praying for you too, Jen. All right. Let's see. Okay. So, many of you know how to do this. I used to do this when I first started down this. That's not the one I want. Down this path of arting. As I said before, I started out painting and ceramics and all that jazz. And then because I needed something and wanted something to give to my sisters as a thank you, I discovered making these little books. And that led to junk journaling, right? So normally, when I first started, I don't know the name of this channel or if they're even. I think it was called My Sister Cheryl. That's stuck in my mind, and there was a Cindy, I think, and I guess Cheryl, whoever Cheryl was, I don't know. It was Cindy that I watched most of the time. I think her name was Cindy, and they were she was a paper artist. She did paper stuff, and so I got my rings on backwards, and now they're bothering me. And so she would take pieces of like cardboard or chipboard, whatever you have available. And then this could be a cracker box, cereal box. This was a shoe box. And I just thought it was nice, not too heavy of cardboard, but nice. So you can see I don't cut very straight. That's going to be inside. And I used to just cut my piece of paper, scrapbook paper, and glue these down, and then go from there. Well, I use mostly fabric now. I haven't really done this in a long while. That spine we were just looking at, this is how I did it. Now, Aisha Khan Arts, she is my inspiration lately. for that great big library type journal I want to make. And she uses tape to tape her hinges together. I didn't when I used paper. I would just sit the paper down. Let's see. Do I have something here that I can just use as a demonstration? Let's just use this. This is not big enough. So let's just use it. And let's use the smaller ones. So you have your scrapbook paper, right? Hey, Carol. Oh my gosh, we have 3 Carols. Yay, Carol. Neil Sedaka, he's fabulous. Okay. So I would just glue it down. Then I would put this one in, see, and then I would take another one of the same width because you want to leave space there, but not too much of a gap. And then I would glue this down. And then I would move this over here and glue down my next piece. And then you just come back and you fold your paper, and you have your book covered. So it's basically what what I'm going to do this morning. I'm getting all my bits mixed up here. These two, I think, are the same size. The hardest part of all this for me is cutting 2 pieces of cardboard or, cereal box that are the same size and that they match. And then this here is would be your spine. But I usually use this tape. Now I have to grab my tape. I'm going to use a duct tape because I have it. I'm guessing you could use packing tape, but I don't know if that's durable, if that's going to, hey, Joyce, good morning. If that's really going to if that would really hold up over time. But your fabric's going to be around it. You're not going to see it. So whatever you have. So the first thing you want to do, I just think probably nobody's working along with me. If you're working along with me, let me know, okay? And then I can slow down and wait for you. But if you're just watching that, and that's fine, just to watch. But see, look, see how I got that crooked? I don't know if I can trim that nicely. Oh, this is how I get myself in trouble. Let's just see if I can snip it. The other thing I'm going to grab is my smoothie. Because I was fussing around at my desk and lost track of time. Oh, look, I found another bride. So I'm going to go grab my smoothie. I'm going to go grab the tape. Oh, it will, Joyce. I'm just going to cover and make a smaller type of journal that I was just showing you earlier. I want to make a smaller one just because I have fabric that I think is cute and I just want to do it. All right, so tape, smoothie. Oh, and I want to get my, I think they're a little too big, but my bookbinding tools. I probably am just going to use the cardboard to measure this. But anywho, now the thing with using the tape is whatever you use to space your, I don't know if they call it a gutter or, I don't know what they call it. I forget what they call it. I just saw somebody said what it was, and then anyway, I'll be right back. 2 shakes. 2 shakes and a wink, maybe. After I sit a while, I'm stiff, so I might need the wink. Give me a little more time. Yeah. Okay, hon. Okay, hubby's cold is not getting better. So he had a virtual appointment this morning. So he's just telling me that I have to go get medicine for him. Because, he can't drive right now. All right, so I've got this duct tape. And I've got my Timmy roller in case I need it. All right, I've got my seam binding stuff. Now, I want to make a smaller one. Now, if you've just come in, this is what I worked on yesterday, and I covered it. This is the same cardboard here. Okay, so I just have it in my mind. I want to do a smaller one. Who knows why? I guess just because I want to, and again. Okay. Okay, I was thirsty. Now, this is what I was going to put on that other one I showed you, but I didn't have enough for the size I was making it. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? But I think this might be a little too heavy for a small one. This is real soft, you guys. This fabric I got from Pearl. I'm pretty sure I got it from Pearl. I don't think I got it from Wilhelmina. I could have, but I think it was Pearl. These are the scraps of what I made the big one out of. So this is a possibility, right? Look at this one. This one has a good feel to it too, but it's a different feel. But see, this is such a big pattern. I think this needs to be on a bigger book or a carpet bag, you know? Oh my gosh, really, Jacqueline? Did he sneeze or was he laughing? Oh no. Gosh. See, and then I like this one too. Now this is just a cotton. I don't really know fabric, but I'm pretty sure this is just a cotton. One-sided. That might be interesting, huh? But what I was thinking I would do is this. This has elephants on it. I think that it's hard to see, but when you first glance at it, I don't think you see them right away, and then all of a sudden, oh yeah, there's elephants on there. He coughed. Oh my gosh. So I'm thinking about the elephants. Now I should have enough doing a small one to put this on the inside and the outside. But let's worry about that in a little bit. So these fabrics I'm just going to set aside. Now what Aisha does, now this is narrow compared to tape you would use on a bigger book. I don't think this is, but I have this. Who knows why I have it? So all she does is just take a strip of tape. All right, I missed it because I was, two shakes and you gave him a good girl. Two shakes and a wink. Is anybody working along? So I know whether I can just, travel at the speed of light or wait. So she just sits it down like this and gives it a good press. Okay. Now she eyeballs it. But when you have those bookbinding tools, you can use them. Got a couple different. See, now that's a pretty good size hinge space. And you get this thing too. This helps you keep it straight. is what I used yesterday. But what I found was it sticks to. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I know you're not, baby. This sticks to the tape, which makes it a little more fiddly, if I'm honest. Let's see. You can just put this alongside. See, and then you would just sit this up in here and then glue it down. But I think this might be a little too wide for the size that I'm making. But this came in handy when I worked on this on the big one last night. So I've got more of this here. So I'm going to use this as my guide. And I hope I get it straight. See, now I'm just going to pull that out. And then I'm going to pull my tape over. This, I'm going to be neater. Even though you're not going to see it, I'm just going to be neater. It'll be a little neater than I normally would. And then I'm flipping that up. Good press, good press. And then I'm going to get another piece. Regular hours today, Jacqueline, or do you have to work late? So, of course, you want to give this a good press. You want to burnish that down. And then, get your little gully things. Get that pressed down really good there. We're going to do the same thing for the other side of the book. So I'm going to take a piece. When do you start showing your deck? Oh, that's an easy answer for me. Oh, you're talking to Peggy. I apologize. I was going to say for me, now the question is, the answer is never. I don't decorate for Valentine. All right, this little guy's going to go over here. Press him down. Now I got to get the right side. I got to make sure I'm going the right way. Got the right. Okay, so it goes this way. Now I'm going to take my little hinge, my little extra piece here, so I get the right thickness. I'm going to press that down. This voxel. See, so you got that little space there. And that's what you want. That little space. This is going to go up this way. This is going to come down. And then I'm going to add another piece. Now, if I was doing this on paper, I may not do the tape. Years ago, I didn't do the tape. I just glued my boards. I'm just going to call them boards. 1, 2, the paper. Burnish. I'm going to burnish this down. And then work that really well. There we have it. Now you can decorate this any way you want. You could paint it. Oh, Peggy. I understand, but that Peggy said her hubby doesn't want her to post her pictures anymore. He's very private. Aw. Would he allow you to have, or would he be okay with, I don't want to say allow you to have, would he be okay with if he just had like a small group of trusted people that you could share it with? You know, maybe that would be something to think about. I don't know. You probably already thought you think about everything. Yeah. I mean, I totally get it, but that's sad for us. Okay. So then you decide what you're going to cover it with, whether it be paper, whether it be fabric, whether you're going to paint it, how whatever. Now this doesn't look too terribly bad because it's just brown cardboard. But if you have, a package, you're using a cracker box, and of course you could use cute tape. You could cover the whole thing in tape in the duct tape thing, you know. So you, as always, have many, many choices, many choices. Oh yeah, I would guess. Oh, I'm so sorry about that, Peggy. Hmm. Angie says I'm out of rope, so I'm going to work in my monthly. Good idea, Ange. Aw. Okay, so I don't know if I want to do. See, the elephant is a thicker fabric. I'm just not sure. Now, if you have a fabric that has this kind of a pattern, that there's an up right side up and the wrong side, you got to think about that, right? You can't be flipping it all around. I guess initially it doesn't matter because once you start getting your pages in, it matters. But this still may be kind of big for this. So I'm wondering if I should just go ahead and use my scraps, bricolage, and just use the scraps. Now this is not quite wide enough. This one here, you see, I got to be able to. Maybe my scraps aren't big enough. Let's just see this one will work. See now, I don't want. I guess you could do it that way. I don't want it. This is too big, so I'm going to have to cut. I'm going to have to cut and trim. Now I used my bookbinding tools, and I don't think that gave me enough. Well, I guess to miter my corners, it would have been enough. Let's just see how that works. Since I have them, where did they go? Oh, right there. Jeez. I'm telling you, I can lose something in a nanosecond. A nanosecond. Yeah, should I bring the right thing? Yeah, okay. So you've got this little thing. I've got a smaller one. I might have left that out on the counter. Look, here he is. They kind of blend together. All right, so I'm going to use this little guide. And I'm going to sit it here. I'm going to bring it to the edge as best I can so I don't have to cut there. All right. And then I'm going to take one of my marvelous pens and I'm just going to start marking. I hope. Yeah, I hope. Because sometimes you just have a little too much fabric or pencil or whatever, not pencil, paper. Pencil and paper. And then I'm going to come down the side. I'm just making a mark to give me a guide as to where I need to trim my fabric. Now, I did my corners like Con did her corners. But I might try to miter these. You can eyeball this, guys. You don't need this tool. You know what I'm saying? I have it, so I'm using it. I asked for the darn thing, now I want to use it. I'm putting it right back because, see, what I do is just lay it somewhere and then it takes me days to find it. So I'm putting it right back in its little storage pouch. I was enabled by Jacqueline Lovely to buy these. Don't tell her I said that. I don't want her to feel bad. Okay. Fabric scissors. Now I'm going to trim this. And I'm hoping to cut as straight as I can because I don't generally. Random comment. I am so picky about the baby wipes I use in my craft room, and they just get it. Oh, good, Laura. It's nice when you find a replacement, especially if it's an item that you really like. And Mary's always saying, so-and-so stopped selling. I don't know why I don't think she really takes it personal, but sometimes it just seems like they're out to annoy us. I never can find my baby wipes. I know, that's a shocker. I bought something for our grandkids for Valentine's Day. So my youngest sister was showing what she'd gotten her grandkids. And I said, oh yeah, I bought something too. I just don't know where they are. Oh, good grief. To which she responded, shocker. I kept saying to myself, what else do we get at Walmart? What else do we get at Walmart? I bought a ton of stuff. It was on my bed in a gray bag that I couldn't see through. You don't have baby wipes? Baby wipes can be a luxury for sure. All right, so I usually just set this on here. Now she did her corners this way. She glued this down and then glued this way and this way. And it makes a nice corner. But it is thick. It is thick. So I might try to miter these. Now, see, the thing with mitering and with fabric is it can fray, and sometimes it looks a little nasty. All right. So she did hers in sections. She flips this up. She puts her glue here, puts this down, flips this, glues down, and that's the way she does it. That's the way I'm going to do it this morning. This is where I have my glue. I'm just going to add more in here, I think. This is not a great idea. That's probably too dry to use. Oh, Laura's going. Okay, I have to go. I don't want to go. I want to stay home. Okay. Be careful traveling. All right. So I think, and to miter your corners, you're just going to slice off some here. Now I have a tool for that too. It comes with the bookbinding kit. So we'll do that, but I want to glue this down first. Okay. Now she used two different types of glue, and I might do it as well today because I'm using golden matte medium here, but when you use that, it takes a little while for it to dry, which generally is okay. But when you're streaming and you want to get this bit to stick down, see, I had mine all clipped, and it sat for several hours and then it dried well. But when you're streaming, that's not always a luxury that you can do. Now I'm looking for a paper towel. I have my glue brush sitting in water. This might be a little, oh no, it's still goopy. Okay, I'm going to use this up first. I want to be fairly generous. Now, of course, make sure the surface that you're working on can take glue and be cleaned up, because your fabric, if you're using fabric, if you're using paper, the process is the same. But if you're using fabric, it's porous, so this glue is most likely going to seep through a little bit. So you have to be aware of that. So I'm just going to press this down. And then she just flips it this way. You could do this any way you want, guys, See? Press it down. And I want to make sure I press here. I'm going to flip this over and do the same. When I pick this up, try to make sure you get the glue in those little gullies, along here. And when you do your own, if you do this, you're going to find things you like to do one way better than another. We all have our own little way of doing things, right? So now you want to flip it over and make sure this is nice and flat and no wrinkly dinks, right? Press in this little gutter. Gosh, I just read what this was called. And I thought, you got to remember that, Lori. You got to remember. No, I don't remember. And you want to make sure it bends. Okay. This really should sit, I think, and dry. But it's not going to. It's not going to. All right, now see, I asked for this bookbinding kit for Christmas, and my sister gifted it to me. And in it, you get the little mitering tool, which you just sit that on the corner of your book. No, that's not correct. That is incorrect. Where's the oh, it should be flat. Hold on, wait a minute. I think that's what that's used for. See, the one I have that I got from Johnny is different. Let me see if I can pull that one in. Here it is. This one's big. But see, it's got the flat edge. See, you can see where you can cut. This is really cool. You think it is a cutter? Okay, Joyce. See, gives you the point. This is not what I think it is. You don't really need this tool. It just makes it easier. I think. See, it just fits on there nice. You're just cutting away the excess so you don't have heavy and a lot of fabric on the corner of your book. Now, if you wanted it not to fray, I guess you could go ahead once you cut that. And oh, Carol's leaving. Got to get my. Okay, Carol, nice to see you. Have a great day. Stay warm. Okay, Vale's back. Thank you, Vale. Good. She's in. Okay. Now, Vale, I hope you're on the mend. She was feeling a little better the last time I asked. So hopefully you're not doing too much. Okay. So I always forget to put my brush back in the water so it doesn't, get ruined. So I can keep using it for glue. I like this brush because it's covers a good amount of area. Now, ideally, this is going to go like this is going to go like that, and I'm going to have a nice corner. But see, I can see some yuckiness there, so I might have to do some tucking in, which I'm not so good at that. I'm not so good at that, guys. Not so good at the tucking in. Now, the one I worked on last night, the big one, I used my white glue, but I put clips here to hold this down. So today, because I'm streaming and we're together, I think I'm going to just use some of my Fabrifix. And, that way it'll hold quickly. Wonderful. That's wonderful, Vale. Doesn't help taking out the trash, I don't think. But I don't know if you live by yourself, but sometimes that's what you gotta do. We're fortunate with, and I could get the trash out. It's not easy for me, but I can do it. But we have a neighbor who's agreed while Ron foot is healing that he will come take our trash out to the curb for us. So that's very nice. All right. So with paper, it's easy to kind of just mush those little edges in. So I guess I'm going to do it this way. All right. So now you just glue your sides down. So I'm just going to put a little bead of glue all the way down. And again, you can use whatever glue you want. If you're in a hurry and you need it to stick quick, the Fabrifix is a good glue. Now with paper, that gal I used to watch, she would do this with her paper and get it up. Now you can put glue on the edge there too, which I didn't do. So your paper and fabric or whatever you're using sticks there as well. But you want to pull it up tight. You don't want any gaps, You want it to be snug as a bug in a rug. Just you and a big old cat. And a big old cat's not going to help you with the trash. All right, just make sure you got some movement there. All right, now this is where it gets fiddly, I think. We want to see, I'm starting to get the fraying there. I should have put some glue there. Might be a little late for that. This is why Aisha does her book edges the other way, I am sure. Okay, Ange. I'm kind of in my own world too. Putting a little glue on the end there. I should probably, I'm going to do this way. This may not be the best decision, but I'm doing it. I'm doing it. All right, so I'm going to try to smush that in. Smush this in. You're most multitasking today. I hope you're not cleaning, Peggy. I always feel like you're cleaning. Now you gotta add a little bit of glue under here, see, because there's no glue there. And that might be a little more than a little. Try to tuck those little fibers in. And I'm trying not to glue my fingernail to the corner of my book. That's not as neat as it should be. Paper works really well, I think. And you get a nice, it's a little bumpy. It's a little bumpy. But I do have page corners that I'm thinking about adding to this one. Now see here, I left this up a little bit. Oh look, I've got bubbles. If I didn't have my nails on, I would just go right in there with my fingers, which makes it easier. Blech, got some on it. Oh, stink. That'll probably peel off. Good job, Peggy. Although, I doubt any of it's junky stuff. Some stuff gets worn out, right? After you have it. Some don't throw out any vintage stuff, Peggy. I just have a hard time throwing stuff out. I don't know when I got like this. Golly sakes. I talk to myself all day long, like, why are you like this? I'm going to put a little more glue here. And then down the side. Now, if you're going to put metal corners on, I guess it really doesn't matter. See, I just don't like the way that sticks out. It's like a wing. It sticks out like a wing. It's a book. It's not a bird. I think that's going to be my friend. See, at this point, it doesn't matter because there are no pages in there. All right, last side. Has everybody here made this kind of a journal cover where you make it yourself from scratch? I remember showing people. You made this? Yes. You know, like you made the book part? Yes. It's really not that hard, right? Oops, I should say difficult. Why that doesn't sit up sometimes. All right, I don't want to push the corners down yet because I have to get in there with my pokey tool. But see how nicely that fabric fix you did a long time ago, Peggy? Yeah. Um, it just holds right away. It's just wonderful. Wonderful glue. It's expensive. It's more on the expensive side, but I really think it's worth it. You can do it. You've made covers like this, Joyce? Cool. I was all over the place with what I was wanting to do today. I really thought, I thought, I don't make journals, so no, you haven't. Okay, Ange. Oh, you can do it, Teresa. You'll be like, why did I wait so long? And of course, the more you do it, the easier it becomes, like especially these corners. Like you can make the corners really nice where you don't have to put book corners on it. Gail said I made one recently but used book elastics to hold yeah. There's Gail. Hi Gail. I'm gonna add a little bit more of this in here. Now the question is, of course, I don't need my corners till I get the inside done. So I was thinking about making this exactly like I'm making the big one. Putting the holes. Might be a little small for a dangly. Um, I guess I really could get 3. Oh, well, we always miss you, Gail, but don't feel bad about getting here when you get here. Whenever you get here, it's just fine. Oh, yeah, me too. Me too. Gail says she likes using Jacqueline's dye papers. Me too. I just love putting them together, too. So I'm thinking I could just pop a hole here and put an eyelet in here to do it would have to be a little mini um, tassel or whatever. But it would be cute, right? All right, so now I have to think about the inside. And I didn't bring in that other fabric that I used inside of the big one. That I don't want to pull apart that. That is, you could use paper inside. That would be easy. That would be really easy. It's just a little too narrow. I'm not sure I like that either. Let's see what else I got sitting around. I could use this might be a little too green. Why don't I have this in here? Gosh. This is cute. Why didn't I didn't see this until just now. It might be a little too green for me. With the paper, you don't have to deal with the frayed edges, you know? So that's always something to think about. I'm just seeing what else I have sitting around here. Got so much stuff sitting around here. You could use a napkin. You could use a placemat. You could use a hanky. What is this? This is Christmas fabric. Now, I wanted to mention that this if you're making one like this and you want to put in your signature block and not have it show on the spine, you want to glue it in. You want to do that before you cut. You don't want to cover this. So what I normally would do would be take my signature block. Let's see, what do I have? I have so much jazz sitting around. I should have a sample of what. Let's see what's in here. Yeah, okay. So say you've got your signatures. Of course, this is way big. And you've got them, I attach them to a piece of card, just like this, a piece of cardboard. And so you've got a piece of, you've got your signatures attached and sewn into a piece of cardboard like this, right? I don't know. Do they call it a hidden spine? Maybe they do. I never really thought about that, Teresa. So it's like this, see? But if you've got your fabric down already, you're going to see this. It's not covered. Now you could cover it and all that jazz, but that's a lot of extra work. So you want to do this first. And then what I do is usually put some kind of paper or fabric on this before I stitch this down. And then I leave a flap so that when I'm ready to put this, I can glue this in, and then I glue my inside cover like this away. Like this away. See, and then nobody knows the wiser. Now, if you use something really cool, you can flap it on top of here and it makes a pocket, if that makes sense. See, say I'm going to put my signature in like this. And then I glue my inside cover fabric down. This isn't confusing. And then this can come over top and can make a pocket. You know, you glue that down and then you just glue your edges here. You got a little pocket there. So there's lots of different ways to go. You can find videos on all this. If you're a replayer and you're like, what is she talking about? You can just you can find a video almost on anything, right? So I'm not sure I want to use the same fabric on the inside because it's just so frayy. I've got some nice Christmas here. It's not really. It's not long enough. Boy, that would be pretty though, wouldn't it? Boy, that would be pretty. All right, I've got more choices. Just give me a moment to see what I've got going on here. This is not wide enough, I don't believe. This is just some shindy fabric. There'll be a lot of cutting and trim in there. I don't cut and trim so well, you know? Now I just organized a lot of my little bits. Just see if I can see. I'm thinking like a rusty burgundy color, kind of like what Jen was saying earlier with the ribbon. I don't think I have any vintage pink. It would be really nice, like a dusty rose kind of a. Oh, this is another. It's big enough. Well, maybe it is. Okay, more choices. Whoops. Now look at that. When you're organized, your choices are just right there. Right in front of you. Right at your fingertips. fingertips. Right at your fingertips is what I'm saying. Look at this. Look. That's really bright. That's very bright. Look at this. Oh, look, I put something on the, I put some tie. Oh, this is going to be a cover. I have tie back on the other side of this. You like a print for the inside? Yeah, this is plain. Plain Jane. That doesn't really do anything for me. Look at this sitting here. I don't know if this is supposed to be Christmas or not. This might work. Now the avalanche is going to start happening. I don't know. If that Christmas piece was bigger, I'd use that. But that's just a little short. Well, here's another piece of it. I don't know if I could piece it. I really like this one. Look. I could piece that. Well, I could take this off and piece it. I really like this one. It's really not so much Christmas as it is like winter. It's my journal, right? It's my journal. Holy smokes, what are we doing right now? Okay. So if I fold this up, it's going to be just a little short. I could turn it the other way. I could sell it. No, let's not do that. Okay. All right, so here's how I roll. Do not get out a roller, okay? Just do not get out a roller. Clothes wouldn't be bad if you didn't have so many wash rags. What? What does that mean, Ange? So I just go like this and I tear because I don't cut straight. I could sew it real quick. I think I can get to my machine. If I pin this, about the pattern. I don't think I worry about the pattern. Lori, I'm folding clothes and they're a lot. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, that makes sense to me now, Ange. I missed the part where you're folding clothes. I'd rather just glue it than sew it. I do it this way and glue that down. And I put this here and I only glue it this way. I have a pocket. Hold on, I had a little piece of sitting here at my desk earlier before you guys arrived. Where did I throw that? Sorry, I'm taking a gulp. I can put lace on there and make it more attractive. All right, now what I have to also think about is if I do want to put anything here, I'm going to do an eyelet. That really does, I really don't have to worry about it too much. Right? All right, so I think this is what I'm going to, I think this is what I'm going to do. Let's start at this end. And I'm going to go back to my golden matte medium. The fabric fix is nice, but when you're doing a large area, it's really, to me, there's just no other way to say it. And it's just like spreading snot around, and it doesn't spread well. I'm putting this right on the fabric. Mm-hmm. Closer to the edge, I'm going to put a little bit of this because I can spread it with the nozzle. It's a little easier. It's going to stay down a little better for me, I think. Now, if you can't spread this out real smooth, you can get an old gift card or, gosh, we have this. This is an old something from Tupperware, I think. Oh, no, maybe it's, this might be Pampered Chef. Like a scraper. You want to push down in your little gutter and get that in there good. I'm going to pull it back just so far. And now you need a little more. Gluey, a little more gluey. Wipe its nose. So you can open your jar again. Don't stick your brush in there because it makes you get lumps and contaminates it and all that jazz. Make sure you're getting that little gutter thing good. Oh, I forgot about this little guy, didn't I? Let's get that glued down. Let's get him glued down. Now, when you use glue like this, you got a little bit of a window, so it's not like you have to wait. I gotta hurry up. You know, you got a little bit of wiggle room. Now, this is going to get glued here, but then I'm just doing the edges here to make this a pocket. I'm going to add a little glue here. No, of course I don't, Peggy. I'm not too bright. Not too bright. If I keep them clean, I'm usually okay. I usually just use my heat tool if I have trouble getting one open, if I'm honest. I don't have Vaseline here. I would never even think of that. That's a good tip. Good tip. Piggy's got lots of good tips. All right, so this we're going to glue down this way. And I'm just going to put glue on the edges of this here. Give myself a little pocket. Now, if we were not together and I'm not sitting here wanting to be at my desk, hey, Dana, I would probably have stitched this. Oh, and guess what, guys? I don't know if anybody will remember. I was asking about, where did I put that? I asked Jacqueline. Of course, she is an answer girl. She's got an answer. She knows stuff. She knows stuff. Her and Peggy and Kellyanne too. I'm surrounded with people that have a lot of knowledge about things I know nothing. So I was asking her, what about these cones? You put these cones on your sewing machine and it'll, and it's terrible. So she showed me this thing she has. It sits on the floor. And then I don't know if it was Stacy or somebody was saying it's a stand and this sits on it and it just threads it and you thread your machine and this, and it works nicely. But I was saying, why isn't there something that fits in here that then fits on your machine? And these girls were saying, you need this thing that is separate, that sits next to your machine, or Jacqueline sits on the floor. So I'm sitting here this morning thinking about streaming and all that jazz and stuff I have to sew and things I want to get done. And what is it? I thought, I'll go on Amazon. What did I needed to order something. And I think I need a little more glue there. I need my other glue. My clips are out on the kitchen counter. Anyway, so I thought, let me just see how much one of those jazz boat things costs. I'm thinking it was a lot of money. It looks very complicated. So I put in cone thread threader. So let me see what comes up. Well, they're not very expensive. I was very surprised. But I was even more surprised. All right, Happy Maker says, I put those bolts in a coffee mug with a ruler and a rubber band to go around the outside and run the thread through the hole. Wait a minute, through the hole of the. Get out. Well, guess what, kids? Wait a minute. Let me see if I can pull it up here. I'm like, why hasn't somebody? And I thought, well, and I think I even said, well, it could be that, well, I don't know if I can get it up, get the whole thing up. Oh, wait a minute. There it is. I just want to show you this here. Of course, up, here we go. They do have it. And I'm assuming there wasn't a video, that this thing is going to fit right in the bottom of this, and then that's going to fit on my spokey thing that's on my sewing machine. I think that was like for $6. And this one's more because there's more. I think for $6, I'm getting 4 of them. Jacqueline says she wants the link. Oh, I have a hard time. Okay, copy the link. If I don't do it now, Jacqueline, I will not remember. Remember, 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 remember. This is my problem. Paste. All right, I just sent it. So hopefully that will take care of that dilemma for me. Anyway. All right, now I'm looking for, I had a piece right here by my desk. I thought, oh, I can't throw that little bit away because it's so pretty. That is not it. That is not it. Oh, I just find myself, so if I only had a brain, I need that. I'm still trying to get finished a little book I made. I want to send Stacy. I had so many little, okay, I don't think I threw that in there. Did I? I have a little bunny rabbit. Oh, put it in here. It's a little bigger than, this might work. It's a little bigger than what I want. See, my problem, well, let me rephrase that. One of my problems is that I get something in my head and I can't let it go. Like, I think it's a great idea or whatever. And that's what I want to use. And that's what I want to do. And I have a hard time letting that go. And I've got this certain little piece of lace. You think you're losing your mind? Yeah, well, join the club, Toots. Teresa said, looks like the cone-shaped styrofoam. I mean, that works, but the piece that I'm really wanting looks like, what's that stuff Mary does? Tatting. Looks like tatting. And that's what I'm wanting for here. Piece of tatting. I know I have. Well, I can't pick up that little pin. I just shot it something. Here it is. It's way over here. Holy moly. Holy moly. It was right on my desk. It was already dyed. Well, look, a little piece of trim like this would look cute too. Just something so we know there's a pocket there, you know? Oh, that's too bad. You know, when you're waiting for a package and then you know it's on its way and then you get a snowstorm. It's like, oh, drats. All right, so this is damp. I still think I want to look for that other little piece of. Now, come on, that's cute, right? And you can go smaller and smaller and smaller. Let's just look in here. Let's see what the old gals got in here. There might be a little piece of tatted something or other. A little bit of tatting or something in here. Let's crochet. But that's a doily. Then I have to figure out pages and page size. This is a little too dense, I think, but we'll have a look. Then I have to, think about pages and all that jazz. Oh, here, this might work. Oh, this might work. It's not really tatting, but it's kind of like that look. Look, that's too short, but that. look. No, no. Oh. Looky here, looky here. Okay. Okay, that's a tight fit up there. See, I think this is a little too, it's not airy enough for what I want um, for this little journal. Peggy said I posted a link for do it yourself. Oh, okay. What, right here in chat? Oh, I see it. Okay. Oh, thanks, Peggy. That's wonderful. Okay, look, see, here's this. Yeah, see, that's more like what I'm thinking. I like that. Now, let's see if this is. Well, that would work, but I think I really like this one. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue that on. Now, the struggle will be for me, of course, um, is punching the 3 holes, you know? I'm going to have to measure. All right, let's get this done first. How am I on time? Oh, it's quarter to 12. I got to go get that medicine for my hubby. You love purses? I call them handbags or pocketbooks. My daughter calls it a purse. My nieces call them a purse. But I like leather and I like the expensive ones. I can appreciate Vera Bradley, but it's just not what I want to carry as a handbag, if I'm honest. Oh, I know what I wanted. I know what I want to look for before you all go. They were right here by my desk. Let's see if they're still in their spot. I'm going to let that dry for a moment before I snip that. A little snippety. Knockout drops. Oh, here we go. Vale's giving us a little convention here, I guess. Purses, books, and t-shirts are my jam. Really? Well, my list is much longer. I like purses. I like boxes and bags. I like lace and, pins. Like those, I don't know what kind of pins you call them. I've got a collection. Of course, I've got a collection of pins. Oh, look, I found 2 more little bits. Oh, look at this. Now that's yummy. Trims. We could add trims to the. There's so much to unpackage here. Wait a minute. I'm gonna have to use a bag. I was thinking about just getting one of my bags to have stuff stored in, and just whatever we find in the bag, we make a journal. I thought that might be a little too overwhelming. I gotta get this. I can't look any further. Look at all this jazz. Just all of this sitting here by my desk. I'm so out of control. It's really, really not humorous. But in this general area where my book corners, I really would like to put those on. I don't think I moved them, but you know. I'm sorry for that noise. I know a lot of people are irritated by that. Yes, I was switching out handbags and I wanted to use, I think, one of my Dooney and Burke's. And I came across a vintage coach that I have, so I thought I opted to use the vintage coach. Oh, look, I was looking for them. No, no. I just, I just annoy myself so much. Oh, stinkeroonies. I thought they were right here. There's several options in the one box. Things are over here. Well, I guess it's going to have to wait. I'll have to show you when I find them. I had them sitting right here to the left of my desk. Oh, I didn't mention rings. I love rings. Oh, I could have and according to my husband, I do have hundreds of rings. I'm like, well, where are they? Show them to me. Goes, I don't know where they are. This is so soft, guys. This fabric. I don't know. I'm guessing it's a vintage one, but I don't know. Don't know that it matters either. This is new stuff. Does anybody know when Murray's starting that? And it's her little membership group. Does anybody know when she's starting the composition book? I've kind of been out of that loop. I've been de-looping. I try to attack one bigger, like focus on one organizational job a day. And sometimes that just leads me to, other stuff. It's like all hooked together. Oh, that's cute. Did they get pushed all the way back? No, I don't see them back there. Oh, well. Me and my major brain moved them again. Oh, I need these stickers. Would have never looked there. Okay, I'm sorry. Dana, what are you doing? That's a good question. You have a big wine bottle with buttons in it? Are they hard to get out, Jen? Oh, Joyce. Joyce is not paying 400. I hear you. And I get that. I get it. I understand. I really do. But I'm like, if I had the $400, I would drop $1,000 on a handbag without a heartbeat if I had it. Now, do I have $1,000? Yeah, not for a handbag, but There are people where, $400 is like $5. You know what I'm saying? It just depends. But here we go. Okay, she sent me a link for the. Okay, thanks. It just depends. Depends on what kind of person you are. And now, Joyce, there probably is something you would pay $400 for. It just depends on, you're very practical, I'm sure. And I can hear my husband saying, "You paid what?" Yep. See, now I'm into another hornet's nest here looking for my winners. All right, I should really say. Okay, I need to mention this. Jacqueline did a little advertisement thing, and I guess it's on IG. Um, where we're going to do. People think we are crazy buying trash for our journals. Well, this is true. This is true. We're paying a lot of money for some of these journals. I paid a few bucks for some journals, but some of it is, you want a piece that someone else that you admire has made, so it might be worth it. And, it's on YouTube too. Okay, so she sent this little advertisement. When are we doing it, Jace? Saturday, like this Saturday, like the 17th? Oh, that's my daddy's birthday. This Saturday, right, Jay? It's got to be this Saturday. Originally, we were talking about doing it the weekend of Martin Luther King, because no, not Martin Luther King. Is that who I'm talking to? Help me, Jay. We have a day off. Usually, people have a day off. The kids have off. Is it Martin Luther King? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's who it is, right? Gosh, now I got myself all confused. Anyway, see, I'm thinking about spending money buying handbags. Whew. Anywho, are we going to do a marathon? Are we doing a marathon? We're going to do what we're calling, yeah, Martin Luther King's birthday. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so, but I think we're doing it Saturday. At least we're starting now. Jacqueline, she is up early and she goes to bed early. So we're kind of thinking about doing a marathon of sorts. So we're starting at 6 in the morning on Saturday, the 17th, and we're going to bloom, what we're calling bloom. We're inspired by Amity Bloom. Her name is Nazi. Don't be sorry, sweetie. And of course, we've purchased her tutorials. So we're not sharing what she teaches you in those tutorials. That is not kosher. But we're going to share our variation and our spin on her style, which is kind of like just like a patchworky kind of a style, layering, almost like a big cluster. And she's very, lacy and feminine. So that's what we're shooting for. We're just going to maybe be working in and around a couple of projects we got going, but we're calling it blooming. We're blooming. So if you're interested, you don't have to be there at 6 a.m. Pop in when you can pop in. If you feel like arting along with us, just come on by. We haven't talked about channel. See, she's already put a number on it. You're having lunch with your oh, how nice. Oh, that's nice, Peggy. I wish I had an old stamp group. See, she's going for 20 pages. What am I going to do with this child? I'm going to try to work and make a journal. That's what I'm thinking. channel. Yes. Okay. So I was thinking we could flip back and forth, but she and I can iron that out. And if you pop in, we can tell you. Oh, so I guess we'll start on my channel this Saturday, the 17th. My daddy's birthday has nothing to do with it. And then I don't know. I guess we'll just go until we can't go anymore. I don't know. We've got lots of supplies. She wants to do 20 pages. Okay. We should just do a little, just a for fun bet, just a bet, not for anything. Um, I say Jacqueline will have her 20 pages done by 7 o'clock. We start at 6. Her 20 pages will be done at 7 o'clock a.m., not p.m., a.m., and she'll be wondering what else to do. Okay, I'm just putting that out there. Okay. So if you can swing by and join us, if you'd like to play along, she says no, maybe by 9 a.m. I don't know. She tears through this stuff, lady. She's so fast and speedy. So if you want to join along, you're going to need things like, favorite fabrics. You might have a piece of an old bedspread, like a quilty piece of bedspread, an old book cover, a book, like a gutted book that you want to cover. It doesn't even have to be gutted if you just want to cover something. You're going to need a pair of scissors. You're going to need some good glue. This kind of glue works for what we're going to do, because we're going to be gluing and going. Laces, ribbons, trims, digitals, pieces of paper that you like, any little bits. We may stop and stitch something. You may want to stitch something on, buttons, anything like that you have in your stash that you think would look good together as a journal. Set yourself up a little spot where you can work and listen to us and watch or whatever, and we'll have at it. Okay, she's thinking of doing Valentine's and spring themes. I got a couple of those going. I wonder how that would look on my library. Okay. Oh yeah, washi. I always forget about washi, and just anything you like, really. Pins, beads, whatever. Your embroidery threads. Just put a bunch of stuff you like in a basket. Set up a place where you can work, and be able to work with glue and not. 6 is too early for you on Saturday, but you'll be there when your body, wakes up. Okay, sounds great. Yeah, so if you're around and you're awake, join us, all right? So we'll be taking potty breaks and probably get something to eat and all that jazz too. But it's just something we've been wanting to do, and so we're just doing it. So there you have it, okay? So that's the only announcement I think I have. I've got to go get my husband's medicine, so I'm going to get skedaddling here. It is 12 noon. It was wonderful to see you all. And yeah. So if we don't, today's Thursday, so we might see you around before Saturday, but who knows, right? Don't forget, take time to be creative. Enjoy the journey. Remember our dear little Jen? She's not feeling the best today. So she was popped in earlier, and she said she couldn't stay because she was really not feeling up to it. So if you think of her, send her some prayers and some good vibes, and hopefully she'll feel a little better soon. I don't know, she deals with I don't know what she deals with, but she's got health things that really limit her movement and stuff, I think. And then, of course, our dear Teresa. Don't forget, Teresa's going to be scheduling another procedure. So let's think of one another, okay? And support one another, encourage one another. That'd be great. Wouldn't that just be great? Okay. So you might want to poke somebody, give them a little hug, send them a little hug. All right. enjoy the rest of your day. Be safe with whatever you want to get busy with. And if you're going to be arting, enjoy it, okay? This was fun for me today. Now I have to figure out pages. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, and eyelets. I'll do the eyelets off screen because they're a challenge for me. But what isn't, right? Okay. I must scoot now, my dear friends. Have a great day, and I shall see you next time. Bye bye for now.